So welcome to another day's video. In this video I'll be showing all my trade recaps on how I've been managing my accounts till after for like 3 weeks before it gets blown. So this is a video that I'm gonna be making showing how I get to blown my account, my $12 account. That's crazy. So this account I've been trading for the past 3 weeks. And you know how it feels to like manage a very little amount of capital for 3 weeks using trading it with meltdowns, because I only trade meltdowns, which is XAUSD and XAG. Those two meltdowns. I don't trade Kudroy, and I sometimes do trade BTC. So this is the account I've been managing for like 3 weeks, and I'm able to do some certain good amount of money on it, some profit before it got blown. Because though that account was not able, like it hasn't stand to the point to be able to like trade metals for long. So if I'm trading that account, I do believe that I'm risking 100% of my account, which is not supposed to be. So as a professional forex trader, you're supposed to be risking at least 2% of highest maximum 5% of your account. But the account was a very small account. I can't risk anything less than that. And his metals I use 0.01. That is the lowest slot you can use. That is the lowest slot I can use to like trade on that account. If there is another lowest lost I can use, I would have used it. But so that is on that. So I will show you the preview of how I was able to manage the account, how much I earned, how much I lost, what happened in each trade I took on that account. So let's get right into the video. So right there, I'll be moving on my screen. So right here, this is my screen, my trading view screen. This is my chart. I haven't been trading since I've done that account. I've been off the market for a while now. Though I didn't blow this account out of guilt, because all the lot size I used throughout the account was 0.01. I manage it well as if it's a big account, and if it's a big account, I will do the same thing, the same growth, but I won't blow it as I blow this account. And I didn't blow this account out of greed, maybe out of trying to like flip it to a kind of certain amount. I didn't blow it because of that. So this is the last trade I took on this account. Let me scroll to the last trade I took on this account before I got blown out. It was so very overwhelming. So this is the last trade I took on this account. You can see this trade was on Tuesday. I took this trade around in the middle of the night, around 1. I said I do trade in Tokyo section. So those are the sections I do like grab volatility, because gold do have like it will like volatility to spike into the market during those period. Tokyo section, then New York section, because it is paired to USD. So anytime the New York section is active, gold always has it's still running. So here's the trade I took last on this account. Like, let me explain the mystery behind this trade. After I already took a trade from it was in this week the account got blown. So I entered this week with $40 in the account. That's what I entered this week. That was as of Monday. I entered this week. This week I traded this account for 2000. This is on the 4th week that the account got blown. So I entered this week with just $40 on the account. So I now on Monday I took a trade. So the trade went against me. Whereby I reached $20. So and one of the things that this account got done was that I broke my rules, and I've learned my lesson. I broke my rules. My rules was that in a particular day I'll be risking only $20 on each trade setup in a day. So as of Monday, when I came into the week Monday, it's a new week to trade, so I came in with $40. So I only have 2 chances of trading with that account, whereby if I lose those chances, I'll be God blown. So on Monday I took a trade. So the trade went against me, does not go in my favor, so I was short $20. So I now broke my rules because I was so confident that this market is going to go to the trend I anticipated for. So I now entered again. That is where I fucked up. So when I entered again, like, I'm supposed to accept the loss for that day, that okay, Monday is a loss, then I should come back with a clear mind on Tuesday. But I didn't accept that loss. I went back to the market on that same Monday after I've already reached the $20. I told myself that if I've reached $20 in a particular day and I'm knocked out or I won, then I should be done for the day. But I didn't obey my rules. I broke my rules. Then I went into the market again. So that is where. So after I went into the market again, then the trade still don't go in my anticipation. Then it hits my SL again. Then I took 2 losses in a day, minus $40. That is how I got blown. So whereas I now minimized the second, I minimized the second trade I took, whereby I minimized the loss, because I was having like $40 with $42. I was having $42 on that account. So on the second trade I was to take, where I broke my rules, so I was not like, okay, this trade I only want to risk $18 on this trade, whereby if I got knocked out, I'll be having $3 left. So $3 left, that is my anticipation. So when I get knocked out on the trade, then I was short $18. That is my total loss for the day was 30 close to $40 was $38. So I had for like $3 left on that account. So $3 left on that account, I was now able to set up on I was able to see a setup on BTC. So I took the trade on BTC, I scaled on it, then I was able to make $10 from that trade. But when I could close in profit, I closed in profit of just $8. So that's doubled down my account to $13. To $13. So I made $10 out of the BTC trade I took. So on that, then I now withdraw $3. After I withdraw $3, then I have $10 left. After that was still on Monday. I was doing bullshit on Monday. I broke my rules. So I have $10 left. So that $10 left, and I kept it. The next day, I'll be able to come back with a clear mind to trade. Then from Monday, this is my chart right now. So from Monday, this is Monday over here. Monday, move down to Tuesday. You can see this early Tuesday around here. Let me use this demonstration bullshit. So what is this bullshit? So right here, this is Monday. This is why I took this trade. I took this trade around that place. This is why I took this trade. So this is Tuesday in the middle of the night. So I entered this trade. I knew, these are the confirmation I saw before I take this trade. So I knew that the major trend of the market, XAUSD, is actually downtrend, is on bearish move. So that was my first confluence of this trade. So and I saw that I was watching the market right from this when it was rallying up. So I'm the market is creating a pullback before an impulsive move. Market don't just go up. If it's going down, if it's on a downtrend, it just don't go down. It still creates a pullback, then impulsive move, pullback, impulsive move. So I feel like this was a pullback. Then when it gets to here, I was seeing a lot of bearish confirmation. So the first confirmation I saw was the doji. After the doji, there's the bullish doji. Then I saw the bearish doji. After I saw the bearish doji, then I saw an hanging man. This middle candle over here, an hanging man. Then after I saw an hanging man, I waited for another confirmation to close bearish again. Then I saw a shooting star, which was shooting down, a shooting star. So those are the three confirmation I got in. So by the time I wanted to enter this trade, so like I waited for the closure of this shooting star. I waited for the closure, but unfortunately, as I was waiting for the closure, immediately the candle closed, then this next candle spiked in. So by the time I clicked on my MT5 for a sell, like I jumped in, like, and I entered instead of entering at this bottom here over here. Excuse me. So instead of entering right over here at immediately the closure of the candle, so the market spiked down. So and that was the moment I clicked sell on my MT5. So I now entered around here. I entered the trade around here. So I was looking for a good entry whereby I won't have a lot of drawdown, so that because of the capital was already small, I already had $10 capital left. So that capital was too very small, so I was patient enough to look for a good entry whereby there won't be a lot of drawdown. But by the time I entered the market, it spiked down, and when I entered down. So by the time the market now came down a bit, I floated in tiny profit. Then the market, like, the candle have to breathe before it goes on its way. So by the time when the candle breathed, then I was knocked out around here. You can see this is where I was knocked out. Then finally the market now finally goes my way, and this was my take profit. The market now finally goes my way. I was like, bro. So that was the last trade I took that knocked my account out, whereby I'm now blown out. So, and this was the Monday trade I took. I saw this, it was on a psychological level. So my belief was that with this bearish engulfing candle, like this bearish candle engulf this bullish candle, and I was like, the bias is like, the bears is ready to take this trend down again. And I was seeing this in the resistance, which is it is on a psychological level. Let me mark it out. You can see this is support, resistance. So I was seeing it in this place. So it was under a resistance level. So I took the trade. Then I floated. This candle came down. I floated a little bit of profit. Then unfortunately market went and just spiked me out. You can see it over here. Market went and spiked me out. Market was like, hey, you bro, not today anymore. So market came and like spiked me out on this trade. Then still didn't go the way I anticipated, but went bullish. So it was in the middle of the night on Tuesday before I now took the trade. So by the time I took this trade, I was already low on capital. So I didn't have enough capital to take this particular trade. That's why if I had a good capital, so I wouldn't have get knocked out. Maybe I had like $20 I was risking per trade. I would have get knocked out in this trade, and I would have catch for $40, because that's what I'm always risking. If I risk $20, I'll always be risking it to get $40, which is times 2 of it. So unfortunately, when market's breathing, there was a little bit of drawdown, so I had marginal call, and that marginal call, I was blown out. So those are the trades I took. So let me show my performance on this account. Here's my excellence. You can see the account right now is on zero. Zero bullshit. So let me check through my MT5 to see when I actually deposited. So see the dates. Because I deposited on this account on the 26th of April. On the 26th of April, if I'm not wrong. Yeah, on the 26th of April. So let me move down to performance. This is my performance on this account. let me move this particular account here, right here. You can see net profit minus $14. That's crazy. So that's for this week. Just this week I had, okay, this week is not yet done yet, so it's counted the last upper week to it. That's why it is on 7 days. So let me just do it like this. So here is the history. I'm going to take transaction history of this account. So how much I was able to make and withdraw, because by the time when I was trading this account, I was making quick withdrawals. Whereby if I make money, I would like make a quick withdrawals to it. So and this is the trade. Let me scroll through my MT5. It's kind of loading on my laptop. So here is this account right now. So this is the withdrawal history. So let me take you guys through the withdrawal history. Now for the last 7 days, let me custom the date. So I started trading this account on the 26th of April. So that was when I deposited. So I started trading it on the 27th. So I deposit on the 26th, which is on Sunday. Then I start trading on Monday. So yeah, so you can see. So let's double down. Let's do the calculation of this. How much I'm able to withdraw on this $12 account. So right here, you can see my first deposit on this account. Though I've been trading this account before I started with this $12, I once traded with some couple of dollars. So here is this account where I deposited. Over here you can see I deposited $12. That $12 equivalents to my Naira over here, which is 16,712 Naira. So the first here, that's what I deposited. That's on the 26th, which is on Saturday. Then on Monday, which is the next day, 27th, I make some money. That's why I did some withdrawal over here. So I did withdraw. So let's calculate with me how to see the total withdrawal I made with this $12 deposit. So first withdrawal was $20. My second withdrawal was $14. So my third withdrawal was another $20. Now my fourth withdrawal was $4. Then my fifth withdrawal was $3. Then my sixth withdrawal was $5. Then my seventh withdrawal was $3. Then my eighth withdrawal was another $3. So in total of this account, I made $72 withdrawal. You can see that's crazy. I made $72 withdrawal. That's what I made on this account. $72 withdrawal with just $12 deposit. So let me minus the capital, which is $12 minus 12. Then I made $60. Total net profit I made of this account was just $60. So if I can do this on a small account, then I can repeat the same fucking shit on a big account, and I can do more better on a big account if I had one, because it is a big account. You know, and trading account size really matters. If you have a big account, you have more greater opportunities and greater chance to enhance. But if you have a small account, you have low probability of having a long-term period on the account. That is why I was get blown on the 3rd week, no, on the 4th week, because this is the 4th week I'm making a video. So last week was on the 3rd week. So this is my total. I was able to make $60 out of this account. So imagine all those trades I've been taking. Let me go back to my Excel, my charts. So imagine all these trades I've been taking that I've been having wins. Let's say this last trade I took, which is a wins over here, I had a very nice account. So instead of me using 0.01, which is $40, whereby I'll be risking $200 to gain times 12 weeks. So maybe I now use 0.1, which is the second lot size. Then I'll be having take profit of $400 instead of $40. So imagine, look at the chances. 0.01 will give me, if I use it to my target, will give me $40, and if I use 0.1, then I'll be having $400. You can see the difference. So account size really matters in trading. So accounts have kept me limited and showing my skills, showing my talents, because it just looks like I'm wasting pips. From year to year, over here is 400 pips. It's 400 pips. Imagine using 400 pips just to gain $40. That's crazy. If it's some big accounts that see this chance of 400 pips, you can see how appreciative they'll be. 380 pips. Can you see how that shit is? 380 pips. 380 pips. That is just on this account. So I'm using 380 pips to just get $40. So whereas assuming I'm using it maybe on a standard lot size or a micro lot size, then I'll be earning more. So account size really matters in trading. So that is how I get to blow this my account. And this is the last trade I took. I think I already did video about this trade. Wednesday to Thursday, consolidating, then finally market spiked me out before it goes my way, but I came back here to hit it. But what I didn't do in this trade was that in this next trade that was a win, I went to minimize my wins. Instead of maximizing my wins, I should float down all through this trend, because I've been waiting for it. I should float down all through it from here. I should float it down from here to this extent. But I went to go and minimize my loss, whereby I couldn't hold on this trade for too long, so that made me to close too early. So I minimized my wins. So right here, this is another many wins, many losses. So this is another wins over here. Then this is another loss on this account. So it was on this broker and the other broker they use. So this is another loss. Bro, I have more wins. No, there's no how. There will always be losses in the game. There's no how. But just make sure your wins are more than your loss. Maybe if you're having 4%, like if you're having 40% losing rate, then make sure your wins should overcome it. Maybe if you lose $20, make sure when you're winning times 2 of it. Don't just lose $20 and when you're winning $20. That's a bullshit. You are not growing, you are stuck on the rat race. But if you are winning, if you are losing $20, and if you are winning times 2 of the bullshit you lose. So that's how I'm be able to scale on this trade. And what made me blow my account was low capital. The capital was too low, and I was making quick withdrawal. If I make profit, I withdraw. If I make profit, I withdraw. If I make profit, I withdraw. That is why I was unable to, one of the reasons too, I was unable to start still on this account. Because if I keep my profits to let my account grow, then I won't have smelled anything like blowing out. So many trades I took, you can see all that this trade, and this strategy I used using trading this account is just a pure price action, whereby when you are using pure price action, you have a lot of confluence that come in place, whereby support and resistance, chart pattern, trend line, Fibonacci, what else again? Then candlestick patterns. So that those influence, you have to have it in place. Like some of the influence I have to win this trade. Like this is what I used to enter this green trade was a chart pattern, candlestick chart pattern, whereby this bullish engulfing candle, this bullish candle engulf this other bearish candle, and it is happening on a psychological level. So all those levels too is on a pure price action. So I had a lot of gains, a lot of loss on this account. So that's how I'm able to go and do such withdrawal of this account. Such withdrawal on this account. So this is my MT. So this will be my MT5. Let me take you through my MT5. This is my MT5. You can see first withdrawal, first deposit. You can see the $12 deposit. I'll be attaching it to here. So the $12 deposit around here. Then the next day I make money. You can see my wins. And most of these trade aren't losses, they are withdrawals. Most of this trade, whereby if people see a lot of red in your transaction history, they'll believe that you make a lot of losses. Most of the red are not all the reds are losses. Most of them are withdrawals, because I do make withdrawals on this trade a lot of time. On this account I make a lot of withdrawals. So I made like about 10 times withdrawals. So you can see this is my account. This is how I'm able to perform. You can see 70 with just $12. I withdrew about $70, $72, $58 on profit. So that's how this was the last trade I took that I knocked out on this account, whereby I had a marginal call. The account was too small, but the market still went the way I predicted it to go. The market still went the way I predicted it to go, which is this over here. But I was knocked out. I was knocked out on that. So that's that. You can see right now I'm on $0 sheep. $0 bullshit. $0 bullshit. The market is dead, but I don't have anything to go into the market anymore. So hopefully, if I have a big account, I should be able to do. I will be able to do well on a big account, whereby I'll give myself a target. I won't withdraw for like a month. I won't withdraw the account. Let's say it's $1,000 account, or $1,000 account, or $10,000 account. I know how I'm going to manage such accounts. Maybe a $1,000 account, or $2,000, or $5,000, or $10,000. Because what I can do on $12, I can also repeat the same things but ×2 on a bigger account, whereby to be more reasonable. So that's on that, and that comes to an end of my today's video. That comes to an end of my today's video. That is how I manage my accounts, and I blown it after 3 weeks, and I'm able to make $72 withdrawal. So peace out.